It's Friday, June 5th, 2015, and let's talk about what happened this week over at xdadevelopers.com. First up, it's almost too late to mention this, but if you've been waiting to pick up a OnePlus One, they've been doing flash sales every day since June 1st over on OnePlus.net with a $50 discount. The last flash sale they're doing is going to be on June 7th at 12 o'clock GMT, so go check out their site if you're interested. An article hit the portal this week talking about the Blocks Modular Smartwatch, which is being backed up by Intel. It's ultra customizable from the screen to adding extra batteries, heart rate sensors, NFC, even a programmable button on the side. I find this intriguing, so I've gone ahead and signed up to receive more info and I think a discount code whenever it's available, so I'm sure we'll let you know more when we know more. Speaking of watches though, Asus announced a new one this week, the ZenWatch 2. It comes in 2 different sizes and 3 different colors for each size. It comes with a Qualcomm processor, and other than that, we really don't have any specifics. I'll be curious to see the final pricing and if the internals have been updated from the ZenWatch 1, because if they haven't, then the first ZenWatch might continue to be a nice option if they do discount it. Google rolled out a new security and privacy hub this week to try to help their users better control the information that they're putting out there. Looks like a nice centralized place to manage all the permissions and connected apps you've got, which I know a lot of people have been looking for. DaBombG put together a list on Reddit of the currently available Google Cardboard variants that you can purchase, including both the V1 and V2 versions of Cardboard. Definitely worth a look if you've been thinking of picking one of those up. Also, Google did a live Q&A this week talking about the nanodegree program they're working on with Udacity, so if you wanted to know more about that, you can always watch their 45-minute archived live stream here on YouTube. And Mahindra, a car company in India, announced this week that they're joining the Open Automotive Alliance, and they're going to be rolling out Android Auto in their XUV 500 and Scorpio vehicles. So that's quite exciting. Samsung briefly added a support page to their site revealing the specs for a potentially upcoming device, the S6 Active, which is said to have a 5.1-inch 2560 by 1440 Super AMOLED display and a 2550 mAh battery. Sounds an awful lot like the existing S6, but the images of the device obviously look a little bit more rugged, like the previous Active devices that they put out. As long as they don't end up gimping the specs of it in favor of making it more rugged, that could be a pretty decent looking device as well. Speaking of the S6, Sam Mobile has apparently gotten their hands on Android 5.1.1's preview for the S6 and S6 Edge, and they did a quick video showing off some of the new features you should expect with this release when it does come out. And speaking of 5.1.1, Sam Mobile is also claiming that the Note 4 is going to be receiving it by the end of July, so be on the lookout for that. Sony's gone ahead and announced a list of devices they're going to be updating to Android 5.1 before August of this year. It's more than 20 different devices, so I'm not going to be naming them all off, but when they do start receiving updates, I'm sure we'll be letting you know. Speaking of Sony though, this week the T-Mobile Xperia Z3 started receiving its update to Lollipop at version 5.0.2. This update adds in support for LTE Band 12 and Voice over LTE improvements, and I'm sure that someone's going to capture the OTA in the forum before long, so head on over there to see if it's available, or just keep mashing that Update Now button. And moving back over toward the forum, this week the international LG G4, the H815, received an official build of Twerp. Keep in mind it's only for the H815, and the bootloader does have to be unlocked, but it's still really nice to see this option available. Mohammed AG, the developer of the Android Wear for iOS project, did an AMA over on Reddit this week as well, so if you'd like to see what he's been up to, or check the status of Android Wear for iOS, or the status of any of the exposed modules he works on, head on over to that thread. And back to the portal, there was a review done of the OnePlus Bamboo Style Swap cover done by Amir. If you missed it, I made a video about the Bamboo cover back in November where I unboxed it and installed it on my OnePlus One, so you should totally check that out as well. A discussion post also went up on the portal asking what kind of features about a phone make it easier for you to handle. And finally, 3 other videos were posted to XDA TV this week. TK did an Expose Tuesday talking about X-Blast, then he did a review of the LG G4, and then he did an app review of Iris. But you know what? That's going to be about all from me for today. You can find the links to all the stories that I talked about down in the video description as usual, as well as the links to my YouTube channels. Remember, if you like this video, please do leave us a like down below the video. We definitely appreciate it. And subscribe to receive all of our videos as soon as they become available. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.